Hi, my name is Dustin Baum. This is the reflection activity. Um, just going to start off with the survey. The right to equitable education opportunity is universal. Universal, sorry. I would say I strongly agree with this. I feel like everyone, no matter your race, your class, everyone should have a right to learn, and that's something I strongly believe in. Poverty and economic class are intersectional, connected experiences that are difficult to examine separately in nature. Um, I would say I agree with the main part of it. Connected experiences that are difficult to examine separately in nature. I would say I agree. I think it's very difficult, um, you know, when you're in poverty, when you're in a lower economic class. It's difficult sometimes for people, and learning in those environments sometimes can be harder. They sometimes probably don't have the best teachers, which is unfair. So I would say I agree with number two. Number three, people in poverty are diverse. Um, I would say I probably agree. I would say, um, the minority of people that are poor are, there is some that are a majority, but most minorities are poorer. It's a fact. Um, I feel like it's a hard subject, but it's a subject that needs to be tackled. And I think, you know, most people in poverty might be diverse in different ways than just race. They might have problems growing up, problems, parenting problems, stuff like that. So I would say I agree. Um, Number four, what we believe about people in poverty, including our biases and prejudices, informs how we teach and relate to people in poverty. Um, I'm divided on that. I feel like it's difficult for me to say, being a white male. I feel like me as a teacher, doesn't matter, what color you are, what race you are. I'm going to give everyone the same opportunity to learn in my class. So I would say for me, I'm divided, but I would probably agree. Like, for other people, sometimes it's not that great. I just I believe in teaching everyone the same and trying to get the most out of all your students. We cannot understand the relationship between poverty and education without understanding biases and inequities. Experienced by people in poverty. I would agree. I think you need to understand, where everyone's from, where everyone could be from. Um, be welcoming to that. And so I would say, honestly, I strongly agree with that. You need to understand that not everyone has it great, and it might be harder for some, and you need to teach to everyone, um, no matter where they're from, color, race. Um, I think it's important to understand all that kind of stuff. Test scores are inadequate measures of equity in schools. I would say I disagree, honestly. Um, no, I would say I'm divided on that. Test scores, taking tests is hard. Some people are very intelligent, but struggle with tests. So, I really can't look into test scores like that much, because some of the smartest people I know didn't get a great score on like the ACT or the ASVAB or something like that, just because they're bad test takers. It has nothing to do with anything. So looking into test scores can be difficult. So I'm not. I don't think it's a great way to look at how a school is performing. Economic class disparities in education are the result of structural inequities, not the result of cultures. Um, I would say I agree. Um, it's not the result of a culture. It's great having a good school with a great culture, but some people just the place they were born, the place they go to school, the structure of the school isn't in a great spot, and that's why I think some of our test scores in Nevada are so low. I think some of our structures and just the whole school system in general, leading up to high school, might not be a great experience, and I think that's something that needs to change for sure. Um, Last three, equitable educators adopt a structural rather than difficult view of education disparities. I'm divided. I mean, it there's a lot of pressure in educators, and I really think that you should teach to everyone, like I said earlier, and really try and build that for everyone. I think everyone needs. It doesn't matter, like I said, race, wealth. Teach to everyone. Everyone deserves a fair chance in life. Strategies for bolstering school engagement and learning must be based on evidence for that works. I would say I disagree with that. Um, the more students are engaged with the school, the better it's going to be their experience. You know, if you're involved in things and you need to have good grades, it's just a school thing. Everyone in the entire school should be involved with something. I encourage all my students, be in a club, play a sport, anything like that. So in my opinion, being engaged with other school activities is a good thing. Number 10, the last one, the inalienable right to equitable education opportunity includes the right to high expectations, high order pedagogies, and engaging curricula. I don't think that high expectations always make kids do better in school. Some kids with absolutely no expectations from their home um, have some of the best grades. So I would say I'm divided on that. I think it's good for parents to be involved and try and get high education. Um, want their children to succeed, really, but I really don't think in a case by case matter that it is a vital part or anything. I think it's case by case basis. Some students whose parents are heavily involved do bad just because they want to neglect their parents. So I'm divided on number 10 for sure. Lastly, going into some of Ruby Payne's work, I think her work is great. I think the hidden rules among classes from Ruby Payne's Understanding Poverty. There's those little signs you can see. And I really don't understand why she would be questioned or her work is questioned, because it's true. All of this stuff, is just great work, and it really helps me as a teacher. The humor, the love, the clothing for me. The clothing is really spoke to me. Noticing what kids are wearing, and if they smell a little or something, or their clothes are battered and ripped. Knowing that and understanding that not everyone in this world is well off, and you have to understand that as a teacher. You have to understand some of these kids, when they come to school, this is their safe zone. Going back home is where they're stressed or hard. That's why I have always said as a teacher, really make your education and your classroom a great place for where they want to be. They are comfortable there. It's a free-flowing environment, and it's a great place. So I think Ruby Payne's work was great. I really don't understand why she would be questioned. And then the last question, I guess for me in the um, survey, something to really think about that had my mind going was, do high expectations work? Um, and I really think the best answer for that is a case by case basis. Um, Everyone's different, everyone's raised different, everyone has different family backgrounds, and that one really had me thinking, and I really don't know the best answer for that. I don't think there's a perfect way to teach. I don't think there's a perfect way to parent. No one's perfect. So really that one kind of got my mind going. But the survey overall was great. It really had my mind thinking about these things you need to think about as a teacher. And, I always just come back to the fact that I feel like it's very important to be, in general, a good person. Teach everyone the way, in an equal way. Understand biases, minorities, majorities, poverty lines. But, really give everyone the chance to learn. And I'm very thankful for this class. This class has taught me a lot. And this reflection activity was great. So thank you.